Hi, this is Linda for Spellbinders Paper Arts with this week's Savvy Saturday video tutorial. This week we're all about Mayflowers. For my card this week I've used the green dahlia die. I've cut it double but leaving the edges just inside the die to create a card. I've also cut a single and one in pattern paper. We've used the lacy circles die. I've used the second biggest size in that and a standard circle small, and I've used the fourth size die in that. I've used the Rose Creations and the little flower from the Whimsy flower pack. The first step is to tape the pattern paper onto the single layer of card, and using double-sided tape we're attaching that to the white card base. And at this point I use my scissors as a distressing tool and just run it around the edges to give it a bit of a distressed and shabby look. If you've got a distressing tool, this works fine too. Now I've chosen to have my card opening at the top, at the side there, so it'll stand like that. Okay, so we've added double-sided foam tape to the lacy circles, popping it in the middle. And if any foam tape shows, just pop it back under with your scissors before you set it. Okay. The next step, we've added the double-sided foam tape to the pattern paper and we're centering that. Okay, popping in any loose ends. Alright, I've added double-sided tape to my little strip of paper, pattern paper. This is the My Mind's Eye Miss Caroline series, and I'm dovetailing the end with the ribbon attached with double-sided tape and popping it across the bottom. And this is what you have so far. For my dimensional flower, I've used the Rose Creations die. I've used the smallest size and the third smallest size, and I've also used this little flower from the Page Maps Whimsy die set. And I'll just show you with the Whimsy flower, I've wound it around a paintbrush and glued it at the end with some quick dry glue, just holding it for a second. And I'll just show you one I've got made, and then I've just pulled back the petals to shape my flower. Now for those of you who the flower isn't tight in the middle, just a little thing that I do is I just grab it with my scissors and just twist it till I get it where I want it. That makes a difference if you're not happy with it. Okay, so I'm layering my flower, just gluing it again with quick dry glue. I should mention here that I've used a paintbrush, or you can use a piercing tool to curl my petals, depending how far you want your petals curled back. And then normally I give them a little tweak up, just give them a little bit of encouragement to stand up a bit. Okay, and into that we're gluing our Whimsy flower. It will all hold together once I give it a little bit of pressure. Okay, and while that's all gluing, I get a little bling from the Want to Scrap the silver strips I'm using. Just pop it in the middle while it's drying. Okay. I can fiddle with that in a minute and get it how I want it. And that is our flower that we're going to pop on there in just a moment. Now that I've got my bling nice and secure in the middle, I've popped on a piece of foam tape, 3-dimensional foam tape, and popping on my flower onto the card, just giving it a little making sure it's firm. This is where you can play with your flowers and get your leaves popped up. Your petals popped up. And for the final touch, I'm going to add some Nesta Bling Finesse Swirls rhinestones in the silver. Now I've cut this flourish because I don't want to use the whole big flourish, and just using parts of it. Again, it's an individual thing, how much swirl you want to add and where you want to add it. I thought I'd just pop a piece up here. And one down here. I love the way it brings it to life. And there you have my card for the Mayflowers video tutorial.